Good afternoon. My name is Steve Welch. I'm a paediatrician in Birmingham in the UK, and I'm very pleased to be able to accept the ESPID Distinguished Award for Education on behalf of the Penta training team. In terms of disclosures, Penta training has been funded commercially by drug companies including Janssen, ViiV and Gilead. Penta was formerly the Paediatric European Network for the Treatment of AIDS and has existed as an HIV research network for almost 30 years and is now moving into other areas of paediatric infectious diseases. Penta training started in 2005, and myself and Charlotte Mail took over running the Penta training 10 years ago in 2011. And I'd like to start by acknowledging the people who set the training up since 2005, especially Hermione Lyle. What we've done in the last 10 years, and are most proud of, is run really child-centered training for healthcare professionals in paediatric HIV. What matters also is how we treat the delegates attending the training and how interactive and collegiate an experience it is. We need to build a legacy of enduring networks afterwards and bring the best faculty globally and locally for the training. Since 2005, Penta training has trained over 4,000 healthcare professionals working in the field of paediatric HIV in over 30 countries in 5 continents. What really matters is having improved outcomes for children with HIV at the center of the training. And we're very pleased that as time has progressed, increasingly we see young people and families with HIV involved not only in delivering the training, but also in designing and in planning it. And I'd like to particularly acknowledge the contribution of Magda Conway towards these steps in the changes of the training. We like to bring together the best global faculty together with the best regional faculty from all over the world and really have the trainers engaged with the delegates in a way that discusses real life problems in a very interactive way and results in the building of lasting networks for ongoing training as well as clinical work and research activity. The last 18 months, of course, have been very different for all of us. These are the face-to-face training sites that Penta visited between 2005 and 2019. And this is the face-to-face training during 2020, once the COVID pandemic started. There was one face-to-face training in El Salvador in February 2020. And of course, since then, training has looked a little more like this, which is a setup which is no doubt familiar to everyone now. But in fact, online training was part of the Penta training platform from the beginning. And we had in any case planned in 2019 to completely update the online training material and had produced this with 2 avatars called Lisa and George, who will guide you through the training platform. And this is now up and running during 2020 and is currently being translated and implemented also in Russian and in Spanish. We've had an enormous number of collaborators with the Penta training, and it's very fitting that we're giving this talk at ESPID, because ESPID from the beginning in 2005 has been both financially and in terms of material a big supporter of Penta training. As well as the funders, we've had important non-commercial partnerships, particularly with the World Health Organization and with UNICEF, who have been particularly supportive of Penta's training initiatives. I'd also like to mention in particular the Bambino Gesù Hospital in Rome, which has hosted the Penta training for many years now. The Penta HIV training has been part of the University of Oxford Diploma in Paediatric Infectious Diseases and remains so. We've also had fruitful ongoing collaborations with the Planta Network in Latin America, with Professor Voronin and the Republican Hospital in St. Petersburg, and with various highly expert centers in sub-Saharan Africa. With the number of trainings and the number of people who have been trained, the faculty are far too numerous to mention, and it would be a pity to name and to miss anybody from this list. But I really would like to express my deepest gratitude to all the friends who have been part of the Penta faculty for the time they have so willingly given to this initiative, and for the expert quality of the training they have delivered, and for their friendship during this time. I would like to acknowledge by name the 2 people who have done behind the scenes work, Peter McEnany and especially Charlotte Mail, who have tirelessly worked for a number of years and are the real driving force between making sure that Penta training has delivered to a high standard all this time. What are we left with going forward as we come out of the pandemic? We're left with a lasting legacy of paediatricians and other healthcare workers across the world who continue to collaborate beyond the training in clinical work, in research activity, and in fostering the training. And we're left with going back and delivering better healthcare to children and families with HIV after the training programs are over. And this has continued during the period of online training in 2020 and 2021. So it's with great pleasure that I accept this award on behalf of the whole Penta team, everyone who's attended, all the faculty and the team working tirelessly at the Penta offices to make this happen. And I'm very grateful to ESPID for recognising the work that Penta has done since 2005. Thank you very much.